guys, Icewear here and welcome to 2018. I hope your new year was a good one, and if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. 2017 was an interesting year for video games. We've had a wide array of games released, from the sad shitstorm that was Andromeda to the remarkable piece of art that was Hellblade's Senua's Sacrifice. Which begs the question, what do we have to look forward to in 2018? Now for this video, I'm going to be talking about a few titles that I'm looking forward to, which I think people shouldn't sleep on this year, as they have a lot of promise. So without further ado, and in no particular order, let's get into the list. First up we have Greedfall. It's being developed by spiders, no, not the arachnids, that would be impressive though, and it's an action RPG set in colonial 17th century. This is the official blurb describing the game. The island of Greedfall is a living, ever-evolving world. Your actions, from seemingly trivial choices to the most important political decisions, will influence and affect its course, as well as the relationship between the different factions established on the island. Now you play as a human, the cousin of a governor of a new city with neutral ties, who has recently arrived to the island, and you can either ally yourself with the native elves, or any of the foreign nations who are aiming to conquer and colonize the land. Gameplay wise, you, alongside other settlers, mercenaries and treasure hunters, just explore this island where the locals, who are fighting off the invading foreigners, are protected by supernatural beings. Not only does Greedfall have a focus on combat, but it also has a massive focus on diplomacy, deception and stealth, offering players multiple options and paths to accomplish quests and objectives. Did I mention you can create your own character and romance people? Hell yeah, people. It took some digging, but I found this little snippet of info about this particular detail of the game. In the form of a Reddit comment, one of the people working on the game had this to say about the romance and the character creator. Hello, in Greedfall you can play as a man or a woman with some basic facial customization options, skin color, hairs, facial hairs, etc. You'll also be able to develop your relationship with your 5 companions, and if you're close enough to some of them, you'll be able to have a romance with them, which will of course include gay and lesbian romance. Thanks for your interest. It's nice to have the option to both romance whoever you like and pick your own gender, which is something Spider's previous game, the Technomancer, lacked. So it's good to know that they've improved on that particular aspect. Overall, while I want to wait and see some gameplay first, I think Greedfall is a promising title to look out for. Next up we have Metro Exodus. I love a good post-apocalyptic game. Some of my favourites over recent years have been New Vegas, Fallout 4 and The Last of Us, and I've been itching for something new to sink my teeth into. Metro Exodus caught my interest because of the setting. It's set in the frozen wasteland of Russia, 20 years after a nuclear apocalypse. Now I personally have been wanting a Fallout or Fallout-like game set in another country for a long time now, and seeing Metro Exodus pop up ticked that particular box for me straight away. Not only that, but there's this shot of these wolfish monsters in the Game Awards trailer that gave me the feeling of, I'm terrified of whatever that is, but at the same time, hell yeah! So for that reason, Metro Exodus is one of my most anticipated games, and certainly something I don't want to miss out on. Pray for the Gods was announced sometime in early 2017 if I remember correctly. Aside from the controversy with ZeniMax over its title, which resulted in a slight change in name because of ZeniMax's Prey title, Pray for the Gods is something I'm crossing my fingers on seeing more of this year. It currently has an unscheduled 2018 release date. The game itself is very much like Shadow of the Colossus. You'll be climbing onto bosses in order to defeat them. You'll also be playing as a female protagonist, and you're pretty much on your own from the beginning. The game doesn't appear to hold your hand at all, as you start out with no gear and you have to find your own shit so you can survive the frozen island you arrive on. You rest at camps to regain your strength, as there's an exhaustion system in game, which you have to think twice about before taking on any big boys in the area. Exert yourself too much and it'll be a piece of cake for them to catch you. Walking in shit tons of snow can also affect how much stamina you have, so to refill your health and stamina, you use campfires to regain your strength and carry on. Overall, I remember being super excited about Pray for the Gods, and when it releases, I'll be sure to pick it up. I haven't played many games like this where you climb onto bosses to fight them, so for me, I'm looking forward to trying it out. Vampires. Whether you love them or hate them, they've made their mark on media over many decades and in so many different forms. Vampire is another addition to the list of vampire-related media. Developed by Don't Nod, aka the peeps who made Life is Strange. Yep, you heard me. The List Dudes are making a vampire game. Hopefully with less hellas this time around. Vampire is set in 1918 London and you play as Jonathan Reed, a doctor who has been recently turned into a vampire. And as a vampire, he's cursed to feed on the poor souls he vowed to heal and take care of. Pretty sucky situation, huh? As a vampire, our boy Reed will not only have to feed to survive, but fight too. You'll be up against vampire hunters, undead things called skulls, and other supernatural creepers in the area. Your arsenal contains both weapons and a set of supernatural abilities that you can use to manipulate your battles. There's something about the morbid irony of vampire that I find interesting. A doctor who wants to save lives but gets turned into a vamp and now has to feed on people. Plus I genuinely enjoyed Life is Strange, so I think it'll be cool to see Don't Nod's take on a dark, gritty vampire game with combat. Finally, but not least, we have Jurassic World Evolution. Now, if you're familiar with Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, which came out in 2003, you know why this is on my list. As a kid, I played a ton of that game, and to find out that we're getting kind of a spiritual successor to the original, I am very excited. Now, for those who have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about or what this game is, Jurassic World Evolution, to sum it up simply, is a park simulator, kind of like Zoo Tycoon in a sense, set in the Jurassic World universe. So instead of cute pandas and ferocious lions, you get dinosaurs. The goal is simple: build your own park, make your own dinosaurs, and either watch your park thrive and flourish, or do what I did and delete the fences and watch all the T-Rexes eat the guests. It's all up to you. The game is set to release summer 2018, so if this sort of thing is your cup of tea, do watch out for it. And with that, that's where I'm going to end the video. And those are all the games that I think you shouldn't sleep on in 2018. Thank you so much for watching. Are you looking forward to any of these titles? If so, which ones? Let me know down in the comments below and let's begin a conversation. If you like this video, give it a big ol' like and subscribe if you are new. Consider supporting me on Patreon as it fuels the growth of my content's quality and the variety and production of said content. And as always, it is Aswa signing off, and I'll see you introverts later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world. Bye!